What is up, you guys? This is the Clown Prince Derek coming at you today with the Mermail deck profile. So this is the deck I've been running for the past 2 tournaments. There's been a couple slight changes between the ones on the 13th and the ones on the 16th, but just it's very small. It's mostly in the side deck. So yeah, let's get right into the deck profile. I'd run 2 Dragoons, 2 Marksmen, 3 Infantry, and 3 Neptibus. So this is pretty standard for the Atlantean lineup. For the Mermails, we have 1 Pike, 1 Surge, 1 Lind, 2 Gund, 2 Abystius, and 3 Megalo. This lineup's also pretty standard. If I were to swap one thing out, I'd probably swap out a Gun. I always end up siding her out game 2 and 3. If I was running more Mermails, I would definitely keep her at 2, but you know, maybe it just varies, you know. But if I were to run this build again, I'd probably take her out. Turgeon, this thing is amazing. He just gets back your Neptibus play. Sorry, he just gets back your Neptibus, and then you can go back from there. So it's pretty good. That's it for the Mermails, and then for the 1-ups, the Diva, the Camiso, and the Moanglecia. These are pretty standard. I was running this in 2 on the first build that I made. Obviously didn't like it. Swapped it to 1. It was pretty good. Especially at my locals, you guys can tell with the videos, it's mostly against Cosmos. So yeah, keeping him at 1, even at 2, I still wouldn't see it when I wanted to, and just him at 1 is good. So you can do tribute the Dark Destroyer, or if not, just use him as bait against anything else. So it's pretty good. And then I have, for the monsters to run them off, the hand traps, 2 Maxis and 2 Bailers. I like this ratio. This ratio is really good. I sided the 3rd Maxi. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. I guess I can just leave that there. For the spells, the 1-ups, you got 1 Upstart, 1 Mizuchi, 1 Soul Charge, 1-for-1, Raigeki, 2 Twin Twisters, and 3 Instant Fusion. So you still want your Norden plays, so that's why you run the 3, even though we only have 1 Norden. Twin Twisters just to ditch. Anything you don't need in your hand, or if you have a Megalo or an Abystius or something else in the graveyard, you can push the Gun and get rid of that and just pop 2 back row. Raigeki, self-explanatory. Soul Charge, same thing. And then 1-for-1, you just want to get your Neptibus faster. And then for the traps, I run 3. Just the 1 warning, 1 strike, and 1 sphere. I don't have another strike. I'd probably run another one if I got it. I just ordered another one. So, but these were actually pretty good. It's kind of in the middle. I'm trying to figure out whether to run more Atlanteans or more of a Mermail build. I wouldn't run this more than 1 if you're not going to run the Mermail build. It's just another search route for Megalo. This previously being the only 2. But as far as the main deck goes, I liked pretty much. Probably the only thing I swapped out was probably a Gun, maybe a Pike, because Pike can only actually search out your Gun and your Marksman, because it has to be a level 3. So it's pretty much the only one that he searches. So I'm sorry, and your Lind. Sorry about that. So the Lind, the Gun, and the Marksman are the only ones that he could search out. So I'd probably take him out as well. Maybe another Abystius, because there was a couple times where I had a Megalo, I didn't have enough water. With Abystius, you just have 1. You just need to ditch 1, and then you can get into you can search your Charge, you can search your Gun if you need to. So if I'm going to keep on running the deck, that'd probably be the 2 things I swap out, is those 2. Maybe add in another strike. And the sphere is maybe, it's kind of iffy as well. But so that's it for the main deck. Move these out of the way real quick. I'll show you guys my side and extra. So I'll go with the extra deck first. So of course, my tokens, Dark Magician Girl, Joker, Caius, and of course my favorite Pokemon of all time, Cubone. So tokens. And for the XDs, we have 1 Abyssgaios. I went to him a lot, especially against Cosmos. 1 Red Eyes Flare. I went into him a lot, especially decks that play with a lot of effects, as you guys see in the video against the my buddy Edgar, when he had these Satellar Knights. Since they go off, they activate a lot of cards. It's actually drained them by a lot, so it's really good. Dragossack, I never actually went into him. Same with Big Eye. These two I hardly ever go into. It's mostly, if it's going to be 7, it's mostly going to be Abyss Gaios because it's probably against Cosmos. Or if I bring down Cosmos to enough points, since they have to pay to add everything with Cosmotown and their effects, I'll actually go into Red Eyes Flare. And they can't pop it with Dark Destroyer, which is really good. Because it can't be destroyed when it has materials on it. So, and then they burn for 500 every time they activate an effect or a card. So it's pretty good. So like I said, these two mostly, these ones not really. That's it for the 7s. For the 4s, I have the Spider Shark, who's really good, the Bahamut Shark, 2 Abyss Dwellers, and 1 Trite. I never actually went into the second Dweller, so I could probably swap that out. But these two I mostly go into. If I'm usually going first, depending if I know I'm not playing Cosmos, or if I'm playing something else, or if I know if I'm playing Cosmos, I'll usually go into this. But if I'm going game 1 and I'm not playing Cosmos, and I go first, I usually go into Bahamut Shark because it'll just give me a 2600, and then it'll give me a 28 defender as well. So, yeah, those plays are really good. Sorry about that, my dogs are playing. So, yeah, I'll probably swap out the second Abyss Dweller. And that's it for the XZs. For the Synchros, we have 1 Trishula, 1 Gugnir, 1, DeLorean, 1 Herald, and 1 Tatsunoko. And then I'll just show you guys, obviously it's Northern is my 15th one. So, this one's good just to get your plays to go into Molten Glacier turn 1. Also to get the Synchro into Trishula. I didn't run this one in my first build. I like this one a lot because if you can Synchro into a 6, you can bounce back your Diva, or not your Diva, you have to Synchro through, but you could bounce back your Neptibus, so you can have it for next turn as well. I think I did it on one of my duels. I tried or I was able to bounce it back and save it for next turn pretty much. So with him, it's awesome with him, especially if you like turn 1, you have Neptibus, you open up Diva, play Diva, go to Neptibus, you can pitch, you do your searching, you do your specialing, and you can end up with him on the board, and then you can just bounce back your Neptibus for next turn. So it's really good. In Gugnir, I think I went into him once maybe. It kind of sucks that he targets the pop, but against anything besides Cosmos, that's pretty good. Herald as well is pretty good, against BA. There's not that many BA players on my locals, but it's still a good card, so you can negate a spell, trap, or a monster effect. And then of course Trish is Trish, so you have to run her. So that's it for my extra deck, my side deck. Like I said, it's pretty Cosmo heavy, so I kind of try to side more against Cosmos. I don't have any Chaos Trap pulls, they're coming, so those will definitely be in here. But I have 1 Maxi, 2 Chaos Hunters, 1 Dark Hole, 2 System Down, the 3rd Twin Twister, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrances, 2 Mask Restrict, 2 Imperial Iron Wall, and then 2 Royal Decree. Pretty standard. 3rd Maxi just against anything that specials like crazy. Against anything that plays traps. There were some Satellar Knight players at the tournament, and against if I do play Burning Abyss, those come in handy. The Iron Walls against obviously Cosmo, this against Cosmo, and this against Cosmo. This for any Pendulum decks or Monarchs to slow them down. Dark Hole for anything that makes the big board game 1, and especially against Monarchs because Majesty's Fiend kills this deck. And then the Twin Twister for Pendulums or anything that's back row heavy. Usually if it's back row heavy, I'll leave in just 2 Twin Twisters because I don't want to overdraw them and then put in the Royal Decrees. So, but this is mostly just for against anything Pendulum based. So yeah, it's pretty standard. If anything, I might swap out these two for the Chaos Trap pulls just because she's good. You guys can see in my Cosmo matchup, I ended up just tributing for her, and then they couldn't banish anything. But like I said, there's a lot of Cosmo players at my local, so I just have to side in the Cosmo hate. I'm not gonna pick up that deck. I don't like playing the mirror matches, and I like playing stuff that's really not the meta. I guess you could say this is meta, but my meta deck is Monarchs. So just trying out different stuff. But yeah, so that's it for the deck profile. We'll see what I run next. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but if there's something else that you guys would like to see me play or you like to see play at all, you know, just go ahead and let me know. And if I don't have the deck, or I know I can't play the deck or something like that, or you know, a lot of people at the tournaments are my friends, so you know, they either have the decks or they will play a lot better with them, and I can record them and follow them. I know lately I've just been recording my duels against whoever. I know before it's been kind of random, but I try to play something that's really not top tier or top meta, so that way you guys can see, you know, how it matches up and stuff like that. But if you guys want to see more meta matchups, then go ahead and let me know. You know, like I said, my locals is mostly Cosmos and Monarchs. There are a few random other decks in there, but yeah, you know, if you like to see those instead, or if you want to see more of that, then go ahead and let me know. You know, I'll get those recorded for you guys, and if you guys want their deck profiles, then go ahead and let me know as well in the comments. You know, and or send me a message or something like that, and I'll go ahead and try to get back to you as soon as I can, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked it. You know, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.